So today I'm going to talk about my other RIOBOT figure, which is Legios from Mospeada? I don't know. Anyway, this is another figure, another Sentinel RIOBOT figure, and it is a transforming figure. And this is truly a transforming figure, not a figure with some transformation features. So it can transform from the robot into the jet. And it is really hard to do. And part of it is the fact that I don't speak Japanese. And part of it is I just think it's really hard to do. I know I've got these two pieces down here that should go in here, and I just can't get them in. I know how they're supposed to go in, but that's why they're sitting out here. I kind of really, what I wanted to do, actually with various transforming figures, is what I wanted to do was kind of master the transformation, but it's so hard. You could see here it's not really in properly, and this isn't quite in properly, and it's really hard. So I'm going to go through real quick kind of the instructions. So this is the instruction booklet, and the blue areas in there show the transformation. So this one, unlike the other figure, this one doesn't really have any English in it. It's all Japanese. But for the most part, I can tell what it's telling me to do. So there it's saying pull out the gear, the landing gear, and sometimes it's easy to figure out what you're supposed to do, and sometimes not so easy. So I'm just going to kind of go through it. So it's, I think the figure came in jet form. So it's showing it transforming from jet to robot, attaching a gun on there. I never really did that. So just go through here, and boy, oh boy, is it hard to figure out what you're supposed to do. And I think maybe one of these days I should just transform it back to robot, keep it in the robot form. So here we go through, and now it does have a sort of a semi robot and jet hybrid, and that actually may be a cool way to display it. So it continues to go through here, and you can see that these instructions are very in-depth. This is not a simple transformation. I used to have the Transformers and Starscream. It was pretty simple. This is not simple. There is so much going on here, and it's just, if it were, so there it is, a little closer to robot form. And I really fear damaging the figure. This, I can't remember what I paid for it, but it was probably a couple $100 for this figure. And all this transformation, particularly if you start trying to transform it wrong, you know, it risks snapping something. I have not, as far as I know, I have not damaged it at all. But every time you transform it, there's that risk. So there we continue to go through. It was, and I remember this part was really hard to figure out what it was supposed to be telling me. This part here kind of moves around, and man, it was hard to figure out. It's where the legs attach to the torso. And I think I got it right, because I have had it in robot form. In fact, I think I've transformed it twice. And then I just put it on a shelf in jet form. So there it's pretty close to robot form. Maybe it's robot form. And then adding a few things and yeah. I don't remember this part here. I really difficult to do. I think maybe this is now transforming jet. I think it goes to robot and then it shows you how to take it back to jet. Yeah. Okay, so it's doing it both ways. It was a long time ago I did this, but this figure came out in 3 different versions, 3 different colors, and I considered that if I really liked it, I might get the other 2, and I did not get the other 2 because if it transformed easier and if it looked solid, if it didn't have this gapping and didn't have problems with, okay, so there it's back to jet, with attaching things, and you know, it's kind of like not really snapped in there tight, and you could see that this really isn't quite down there properly. So, and for all the transformations that involved in here, I don't know that it looks that much better than, say, Starscream. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm fascinated by the engineering of transforming figures, and I love the concept of transforming figures, but it's just, I just find it more trouble than it's worth. And it's never, I'm always disappointed every single time I get a transforming figure. I'm disappointed. And I remember doing the Transformers when I was a kid, and it was pretty easy. But they were all plastic. And look, see, this is just kind of like coming loose because it doesn't really snap in there. You know? But I think I will transform it back into, I don't know why this darn piece is sticking down there too. Seems like an accident waiting to happen because it touches against the ground. So that's a problem too. The nose, yeah. Anyway, this is my other RIOBOT figure, and this one actually was a lot more disappointing than the other RIOBOT figure I have. So yeah, this is pretty much the last pure transforming figure I've bought, and I don't think I'm going to buy another one. So anyway, that's the Legios by RIOBOT.